Hey guys, so I'm Lauren and my little guest star today, my little baby. Her name's Isla. Her name is spelled I-S-L-A, and people always say Isla, and it really annoys me, but her name is Isla. I'm just gonna answer some questions that I've been getting from you guys and also just talk about my first week. I just finished my first week of my first term at WCU. In case you don't know, they offer an accelerated nursing program, so I am all set up to do that and stuff like that. So anyways, okay, let's get started. Orientation. I went to, I think like a week or two ago, I went to orientation for like new students. So it was super weird. We got there and then we all had to they gave us like a bingo card to like find people with this, find people that already have their LVN, or find people that, just to get talking to each other. But then like nobody won or anything, so that was weird. But anyways, we made some friends, so that was cool. Okay, so we go into this big room, and it's in the same room that Tech Day was in. So it's like a big room with a bunch of long desks and computers and everything. Okay, so the dean, his name is Dr. Lerner. He's the academic dean for the prereq stuff, not for nursing. He just started looking at everyone, pacing the room, and it was super weird. And then he rolled up his sleeves, and he was just being super weird. I was like, okay, what's this guy doing? Then he just started naming everyone, he knew everyone's name. So that was kind of cool. When we walked in the front doors, there was a little table where they gave you your student ID and stuff, and he was there greeting everyone, and he was like, oh, I'm the dean, and who are you, blah, blah, blah. And then everyone told him their names. He knew everyone's names, so it was super cool but crazy because there was 90 people in the room. And then they basically just went over, they had some alumni talk, and it wasn't that great. It wasn't, anything. I feel like it didn't get that much new information out of that, but whatever. Okay, I just finished my first week. Okay, I was fighting for anatomy. I went back and forth with literally everyone there. At registrar, I'm pretty sure my registrar person who was dealing with me was very annoyed because I was so adamant that I needed anatomy, because if I didn't get anatomy in my first term, it was going to take me 3 months longer to graduate, and I didn't want that to happen. My goal right now, because I did get anatomy, I am set up so I will graduate 2 months before my son goes to kindergarten, and if not, I had to do after, I would be graduating 1 month into my son being in kindergarten. I just felt like life would be really hectic. I'd rather have the super hectic before all that, so we can focus on him then. Anyways, I got anatomy. When I walked into orientation, the dean was like, oh, what's your name? And I'm like, oh, I'm Lauren Bolton. And he was like, yes, you can have anatomy. I was like, yes. So it was super cool because he was super excited to help me, it seemed like, and everyone else I talked to, hey girl, everyone else I talked to just seemed whatever, Lauren. But anyways, I got it, so that's great. So my first week so far. Okay, everyone's asking me a lot about scheduling and what the schedule's like. Your first term, you don't get to pick your schedule. They just give you the classes that you need for your first term, and you kind of deal with it. And they told us that, so week 6 of your term, so 5 weeks from now, they open up registration where you can, kind of like community college, how we did it back then, where you can pick what class and the times you want. You get first choice, second choice, third choice. You already have a proposed schedule of what classes you need to take that term. So that's set in stone, but you get to try to, choose days and times that you would want. My first term schedule, super crappy. Not it's not great. I have night class 3 days a week. I'm there from 6 to 10 or 6 to 11. So that kind of sucks. Gotta do what you gotta do, because Mama wanted anatomy. As far as professors, I have first year seminar. Her name is Professor Moldong, Dr. Moldong, and pretty much everyone's a doctor there. She's super sweet. In that class, we only meet 3 times on campus, and the rest is online because it's supposed to just be to prepare you for school and stuff like that. And then my anatomy teacher is Dr. Kolb, and he is super informative. He knows so much, I feel like. Well, he's a doctor in, anatomy or whatever, so, that explains it. But, okay, my friend who goes to WCU, she's a couple of semesters before me, she warns me, all the girls have a crush on him, and I'm like, okay, whatever. So, anyways, I'm in class, and I'm in the front row, and class is dismissed, and I'm taking kind of a long time to gather up my belongings because I'm not in no hurry. There was girls like lining up after class on the first day, like just flirting with him. Like this one girl was like, "Oh, I loved your lecture. I just feel like I can really relate to you." And I'm like, okay, whatever. I mean, I'm married, so I don't care. But like, it was just so hilarious. And then also on my first day, so I always sit in the front row because I'm really short and I can't see over people's heads. So I'm always in the front. And some girl comes in like 20 minutes late. So I was like literally the only person with the seat next to me because it was like like one person here, empty spot, me, and then a bunch of people on the front. And then the whole time, so she's late, by like a long time. And then the whole time, she's just on her phone, like scrolling through Instagram, watching stories, click, click, click. And I'm like, girl, like, this class is like $7,000. Like, why are you not paying attention? So I was like, oh my goodness. And he would say things like, this isn't in the book, but this is going to be on your test, so write it down. And then, like, I wrote it down. Whatever. So anyways, so far I'm having a good week. So I had lecture first, and then a few days later I did lab. And lab was pretty cool. So Dr. Kolb is also my lab instructor, but he wasn't there. So we had this girl, I don't even know her last name, but she was super cool. Her name was Cindy, but she works at a bunch of different colleges. And before she was a professor, she was a histologist. And I'll actually share her YouTube because she has a YouTube with so many informational videos. She let us watch some of them. And I think I'm probably going to watch it the whole time in school because there's so much good info about like anatomy and physiology and stuff like that. So her YouTube is Scientist Cindy. So I will put that down there so you guys can watch it. Because if you guys are taking anatomy, like it would probably be helpful because I found it helpful. So we just looked at like slides in the microscope. It was actually super interesting. So I'll try to put in some pictures. So something else that I wanted to say.
Sissy, you gotta get in the picture.
So something that obviously I expected, but now I'm like, dang, there is a lot of work because it's like so accelerated and fast paced. There's like a lot of work. I'll show you my planner.
I have that much stuff to do on a weekend.
Everything's due on Sunday. Planners should make Sundays bigger for college students because everything online is due on Sundays. Anyways, books are so expensive. I've spent so much money on books. Every 9 weeks, 10 weeks, I have to buy new books. I can't think of anything else. But if you guys have questions, let me know.
Say bye.
You say bye.